user, welcome to my channel Learning with Khatak. From the last couple of lecture we are talking about strings, that is how different strings will be declared, how strings will be initialized. Basically there are two type of string, that is C style string and string class string. In the last lecture we have seen that how a string can be passed to a functions as an argument. We pass two type of string, that is C style string and C++ string, that is string class. Now in today videos we want to see that what is the role of size of operator, size function and string length functions. In a simple way, if you want to find out how many characters are there in a string, what is the size of the string, or how many bytes a string takes in memory to represent, then today lecture will help you obviously. So if you look at this, we have three string, that is two string of C style string. These are a C style string, and this is the string class string which contains a string hello. Here in string 1, string 2 and string 3, and string 1 is the C style string which is A, B, C, and then a null character. So here if you look at this, the size we declared here in this case 4, but actually there are three character A, B and C. If we even remove the null character from here, the compiler will automatically insert this character at the end of the string A, B, C. Similarly in this case string 2, there are two character X, Y, Z and then terminated by the null character, and string 3 hello. So if I run this program, if we look at this, just wait for a while. So it displays me nothing because I could not write any cout or cin statement, but one thing I want to see you, that the size is 4, and I'm going to tell you that there are only 3 character inside this string. If I write another character here, D, so if you look at this now, it gives me an error. What type of error? That too many initializer values, that I have initialized too many values, means the size is 4 and I have declared 4 character and then null character even. So if I remove this thing, the null character, now there is no error in this program. But if I run this program, that will give me some garbage value. Because garbage value, why it will give me garbage value? Because I declared the size is 4 and there are 4 character. Now where is the null terminated null character will be stored inside the memory. So to see this the difference between the null character and the size of the character, how many bytes a string takes in memory, this program is designed. So let's start. Okay, so this is my finding length of a string. Here I'm going to use 3 type of operations, that is size of operator, this is actually size of operator, size function and string length functions. What are these and what are their roles if you look at here? So if you look at this, size of and string length and size operation in C++. So the size of operator, keep in mind one thing, size of is just look like a function, but this is a operator. The size of operator is a compile time unary operator which can be used to compute the size of its operands. Means in the parenthesis we will pass an operands, this that will be a string. It will compute the size of its operands. Whatever string is passed into the size of parenthesis, it will compute simply its size. The main task of string length function is to count the length of an array or string. The role of string length will simply return the length of a array of a string. Then what is the role of size? Size function is used to return the length of the string in terms of bytes, that how many bytes a string take place inside the computer memory. It will simply return the size. So this is basically some combinations, some comparison between the size of versus string length versus a size. That size of operator, compile time unary operator, string length, the predefined functions of the character array. So string length is a predefined functions, and size of is the unary operator. And what is size? A method function of a string. Again, this is the method function of the string. So means if you are going to use the C string to compute the length, you will use a string length functions, and if you want to use the string class or C++ string, then you have to use size for the computing of the length. So similarly, return the actual size of any types of data allocated in bytes. It looks for a null character and returns a number of elements present in the string before the null character. So it simply before the null character, every character is counted and return its length. Return length of the string in bytes. So these are the comparison between the three important size of string length and size of function. So here, if you look at this now, I'm going to find out using size of string 1, size string, and string length string. So if I run this code, look at this. So it gave me find length of string 1 length using size of. Since there are three characters A, B, C, so using size of it gave me 4. So means A, B, C including the null character, the size of its number of character is 4. Using size, how many bytes are there inside this 4, because character byte takes 1 byte. So the total size is 4 using string length 3. So in short word, size function return total number of bytes inside the memory. Size of and string length is used to return total number of character inside a string. Similarly, now if we look at the string 2, using string 2 length using size of operator, size of string 2, and string 2. Now if we look at the string 2 is again having 3 characters terminated by the null character. So if we run this program, look at this, string 2 length using size of 4, using size 4, using string length 3. Similarly, if we now do for the third one, if we look at the third one string, that is now this time a string class string that is contains hello 5 characters. There is no null terminated character, no null character. So if I run this program, the string 3 length using size of 28, it give me a normal output for a string class. Using size 5, there are only 5 character. Using string length, there is 5 length. So in short, if you look at the difference now here, that is the string, the size of, if we look at the example character array GEEK geek. So the size of operator is used always on such type of character combination. Example string length function is used on such type of character combination, and size is used for such type of combination of characters. So this is a very simple difference between the size and string length functions. So at the last, if you look at this string length, string 3 dot size, because string 3 is a string class string, so whenever we want to return the size, we have to use, because string 3 is just like an object dot operator, and then size, it will simply return the size, how many characters there inside the string. So this is a very short difference between size of and string length functions. In the next lectures, we will show that how a pointer will will be used with a string and a string array. Thank you very much. Wait for the next lecture.